Hello everybody, welcome to another workout video with your host Brent LaRondelle. Today is arm day and we are doing overhead tricep extensions using the easy curl bar, and followed up by some bicep curls using the arm blaster and the easy curl bar. And then we're going to finish off the day with doing some forearm flexion workouts with the barbell and the landmine attachment on my new power cage. The new power cage is going all right. It's missing certain attachments for a bench press, but I'll be ordering those as soon as I get paid, which is tomorrow. Today is Remembrance Day, and for Remembrance Day, I have a little bit of story time about the lady on the Canadian $10 bill. But before I get into that, I just wanted to go over some little bit of information that I wanted to share with you guys. I was having a conversation with my girlfriend about body image stuff, and I came up with this message that I wanted to get across to her, to anyone that wants to listen, and I feel like it's a message for everybody. Anybody can benefit from it. So here goes. The message is that if you want to make a certain lifestyle change, whether it's spiritual, educational, or like towards physical fitness, or even taking on the responsibility of like getting a pet or a child, or taking care of your sick elderly grandpa or grandma or something. Making these lifestyle choices can be hard, but it's like, it doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you, okay? The reason why it's hard is because of the world around you. And to get more into, to explain it even further, I just wanted to say, like, let's say you're overweight, you're 400 pounds, and you just love eating, okay? There's some people in the world that can eat 3,000 calories in one sitting and not gain any weight. So the problem isn't you in a metaphysical sense. The problem is your body. Okay, so we're separating you from your body for this example. Some people can party hard like Ozzy Osbourne, do drugs and drink and live to a very old age. The reason why Ozzy Osbourne can do it, as a fun fact, is because he has lots of Neanderthal DNA inside of him. And that Neanderthal DNA just can take a lot of... those Neanderthals used to eat lots of poison and they used to put their bodies through a lot. I don't know, they were a lot tougher than Homo sapiens, that's for sure. The way the bones and the skeletons and whatnot, when we look at those. Anyways, so, yeah. If you're not like Ozzy Osbourne, or you don't have a high metabolism, then yeah, maybe you should slow down on the eating. Now, you love food. There's nothing wrong with that. But your body doesn't love it. So, you should probably put your body first. Put your body first, diet, exercise, and then on a cheat day, you can enjoy that food. For example. Anyways, I just wanted to make it clear that there's nothing wrong with who you are as a person or the choices that you've made. There's... you might have to make a lifestyle change in order to survive, in order to live. That doesn't mean there's anything wrong with the life that you lived. In fact, you should be proud of the life that you've lived. If you've eaten so much junk food that you're overweight, then hey, you did it. You ate all the junk food. It was good. You enjoyed it. Now it's time to stop. You can remember those times fondly while you're out dieting. Okay, so remember, there's nothing wrong with you. There's only something wrong if you don't want to change your life and live longer and be healthy and be a good influence on everyone else around you. So that's my message, my positive message for today. I wrote it down on a piece of paper, and it's a lot more thought out, and it's very well more explained. But I can't read a paper and make a video at the same time, so I'm trying to go off the top of my head. Anyways, moving on. Got a little bit of story time about Remembrance Day, having to do with the lady on the $10 bill, whose name I just learned today is Viola Desmond. This Viola Desmond lady is famous because of her civil rights and female rights activism. And the story behind that is how Viola Desmond was driving through a town in Nova Scotia when her car broke down. So when her car broke down, the mechanic said it's going to take a little while, so why don't you go see a movie, do something while we're fixing your car? And Viola Desmond says, sure, I'll go see the movie. And she buys a ticket. But the ticket's for a balcony seat. Apparently in this town, there's unspoken segregation, and black people are supposed to be sitting in the balcony seat. And the main floor seats are for white people, apparently. So, because Viola Desmond is from a town where there is no racial segregation in the movie theater, and she's nearsighted, she decides to sit on the main floor. And she got in lots of trouble, but when it was taken to court, the Canadian government tried to cover up the fact that it was racial segregation, and they only charged her with tax evasion, because apparently the taxes for sitting on the main floor were more expensive than the balcony seats, so she was evading 1 cent in taxes, and then she had to spend 24 hours in jail, and the police didn't tell her that she has a right to an attorney or anything, didn't read her any of her rights, and then when she ended up getting her car fixed and going back home, her husband told her not to pursue this matter any further, but when she went to her local church, the father and the father's wife told her that she should fight this in court. And then when she did, I mean, it didn't go very easily or anything, but, you know, she's on the $10 bill now, so something must have happened. She was recognized in, like, 2018, and in the last decade, she's been exonerated of all crimes and stuff and put on the $10 bill and celebrated and whatnot. So I guess it all works out in the end, posthumous. Anyways, so that's our story time for today. Thank you, Viola Desmond, for everything you've done for us colored folks. Yeah. In other news, I've heard that TikTok has to cease all business operations in Canada, which is kind of messed up because the government of Canada is pretty much just jealous that they don't have a social media app that the whole world uses where they can gather data on people. They get that information. They have to buy that information from Facebook and Google, but guess what? China owns TikTok. So China doesn't have to pay for that information. And that's the reason why the Canadian government wants China to sell TikTok to an independent company, is so that everyone's private information is available to buy to the highest bidder, not just to China, which is messed up. And now Canadians had to lose their jobs at TikTok just because of this petty issue. It's like Canada, America put money into things that people want, like an app, a social media app. Create an app for us that we love to use instead of giving China crap for being innovative. How about? Anyways, that's the news for today. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. This has been my workout video. Thank you guys for watching and hope you have a good day. So peace and take it easy.